Right, so in this video today I have done a nice tutorial for you on this red and pink, it's like quite doll-like actually. It's a really effective look, I think, and it's really very pretty, and of course with my touch it's incredibly dramatic as well. So I don't suspect a lot of you will recreate this, but it's good to watch, or maybe for Halloween, which is coming up soon, you might want to do something a bit like this. I'm basically resuming posting on this channel now, so you know, stay tuned for more tutorials from me and stuff. I'm going to be doing an eyelash review very shortly, a particular brand of eyelashes, and I'm going to be showing you their range. They're new, so that all sounds very exciting, and I'm going to be doing that for you hopefully very soon. Yeah, so stay tuned for that, hopefully like next week. Anyway, about this tutorial. This is quite a quick one. I know it doesn't perhaps look quick, but it is a very simple basis, so it's quite quick in comparison to most of my normal tutorials. Also coming up on this channel very soon are some tutorials for people who have real eyebrows. I've had a lot of requests from people who do have real eyebrows that just want to see some more tutorials which are more applicable to them. And, you know, that's something that I can do, so why not please you viewers and do some. Obviously not all of my videos are going to be like that, so don't worry, but I do plan on doing some. You know, the reason really is just you have less space between your brow bone and your eyelid or whatever, so it's just people who have less space who are looking to do something cool. Anyway, so let me get on with the tutorial. Okay then, to begin this tutorial I have my primer on, and I have sketched some eyebrows. I've put on a eyeshadow base. I've used Urban Decay. I recommend Urban Decay and the Lime Crime one. They're both really good primers, and they are my two favourites. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be drawing some white under the eye. This is white chromaline. And I'm taking it on a little lip brush like this. You want it to be really thin at this point, and obviously getting thicker on the outer edge. Something like this. You might want to make it a bit more dramatic perhaps. It's kind of up to you really. Right, the next step I'm going to take is taking a little angled liner brush and cutting the crease. I'm taking the shade Passionate, which is a pink, and it's quite red based. It's MAC's colour, obviously. It's a lovely colour. It's a really lovely colour. Okay, just look how I'm cutting the crease. I'm looking straight ahead, and I'm cutting the crease just above my real crease line, so that the crease line isn't going to smudge when my eyes are open. And I'm just bringing it round, really wide sweep. The idea is you want to take this red under the white, like that. Okay, so that's your crease cut. The next thing we're going to do is elaborate on that, and taking the same shade, Passionate, this time on a little Dior shader brush here, I'm just going to pull that outwards. Let's need some more on the brush. Okay, you should get something like that. Next I'm going to be taking a 252 by MAC and some Intrigue blusher. That's going to be just going under the brow bone for a nice strong highlight. Something like that. And now starting on the bottom, underneath that white, I'm going to be taking a 239 with some Passionate as you get really close to the inner corner, just use an angled brush. This doesn't need to be very precise, but it needs to be a little bit more precise than with a 239. Now I'm going to take a 217 with some Passionate on it, and I'm going to blend that up to the brow bone now. And under the eye, just give that a little blend down. Just be a tad careful not to get too carried away and blend too far down. Probably like I'm doing. I'm probably going to regret this in a minute. Okay, right. So that's the basis. Now, as you may have guessed if you've watched my other videos, we're going to be using one of my favourite pigments on the lid, platinum pigment. This is a metallic pigment by MAC. Platinum pigment there. Sure, use any kind of... I like to use a light pigment. Like, you could use a white quite effectively. Like Crystal Avalanche, perhaps. Crystal Avalanche eyeshadow by MAC. Or some kind of white pigment. It really should be sparkly or shiny or metallic and have some kind of nice finish. Don't really want a matte lid. It needn't be silver, but if it's not silver I suggest it's white for this, because it just goes better with the strong intensity of like pinks and reds in this look. It's a lot of colour, so you don't want to put too much more colour in on the lid or it just won't be very nicely defined and set aside. And bring that platinum down into the corner like that, but not too much further than that. Okay, now I'm going to put on my powder foundation, which I have smashed. So this is going to be a little bit tricky for me. If you're not using a powder foundation, you probably will have wanted to put your foundation on already, like before you begun. Okay, now I'm just going to take my powder foundation on a smaller brush. This is the Illamasqua Blending Brush 2. And I'm just going to take that in close to the eye. This just helps sort of like soften that pink edge a little bit, really. That's all it's there for. Right, back onto the eyes now. I'm going to be taking some Stars and Rockets by MAC on a 217. I'm not really going to worry about like getting rid of the Passionate that's already on the brush. It doesn't matter. This is just to add a sheen over the Passionate. It doesn't change the colour very much. It'll make it slightly bluer, slightly more towards the purple end of the spectrum. Don't be afraid to really pack this on. It gives it a really nice blue sheen, which is probably not really very apparent on camera, but it's very, very pretty. Okay, I'm going to take my little Dior shader brush again. This one here. And I'm going to be taking a sort of dark purple colour. Oh god, I did a review on this and I can't even remember what the colour is. Does it begin with an S? Oh my god! I don't know, I'm going to insert the name of the colour here. Why did Illamasqua always not put Savage? It's called Savage. Illamasqua, please put your colours on your eyeshadows. I have so many products from Illamasqua with no shades or colour names on them. I'm just putting this in the crease, like just in the deepest part of the crease, just to darken it ever so slightly. I'm not bringing it up very far. I just want a dark line, almost like a deeper shadow for the very inner part of the crease. Okay, so just like I'm doing now, really. Okay, something like that. Just a bit of depth to the eye. I'm going to go back to my pencil brush. I'm going to be taking a bit of the new Illamasqua pigment called Berber, and I really love this pigment. You've probably seen me wear it a few times by now. I really like it. Yeah, if you don't have it, get it. If you don't have it and you want to do this look before you can get it, well, I guess you'll need to find an alternative, won't you? And I'm sure MAC do plenty. Really, you just want to look for a sparkly red pigment. I don't suppose it has to be sparkly, but you will certainly lose some of the magic of this look if it's not sparkly. 217 again. Wipe off that purpley pinky colour. Stars and Rockets, wipe that off before you do this, otherwise it'll all just become one colour and we don't want that. Just pull out the Berber like that, yeah. Right, I'm just going to take a bit of platinum pigment and connect this platinum white line. Okay. That doesn't look quite so dodgy now. Right, now I'm just going to take a general Illamasqua circular blending brush and just sort of finish off the really loose blending around these areas here. Okay, on a pencil brush, again, I'm going to take some Crystal Avalanche eyeshadow on pencil brush, yes. Just in the inner corner, like this. La la la. Don't worry if you go over the red a bit. Crystal Avalanche isn't like a really opaque colour, it's not gonna worry you. Okay. Now I feel like I need a bit of eyeliner. Now I think the black eyeliner with this, I haven't really decided on what kind of shape I like for this look. I think it's kind of up to you. I wouldn't wear none, but I wouldn't worry too much about whether or not it's thick or thin or whatever. Okay, so once you've got some eyeliner on, you're pretty much done now. You're getting very close to being done. I'm gonna take some blush, some contour, I'm going to take a little bit of Illamasqua's Intrigue blusher again, which is the white one. Buff that between my blush and my lower eyeshadow. Probably shouldn't tell anyone to do this because I don't know if Chromaline is okay on the waterline, but I don't have any problems. And I always break all the rules with cosmetics, so I'm just going to line the waterline with Chromaline in the white. If you have one, and I don't at the moment, then use a white pencil on your waterline. You can use obviously a white pencil for that whole piece. You don't need to have Chromaline. That's just what I'm using. And really, this look was only thought up because I bought Chromaline in white and wanted to use it in a look. Taking my 252 and some Crystal Avalanche, which is that white pearlescent eyeshadow again. It's a frosty one. I'm just going to be doing my brow bone. Straightforward. Right, so now it's eyelash time really, and as you might imagine, the eyelashes for this look are really quite important because we have that white piece under the eye, which we're going to disguise by putting an eyelash onto the line. It sort of gives the illusion that the eye is bigger than it really is. The top lashes I'm using are my usual top lashes. Now I'm not going to actually go into much detail about how to put on a pair of eyelashes, as I will be doing a detailed tutorial on how to put on eyelashes very soon, probably within the next week. As you might imagine, I'm quite the expert. The lashes I'm going to be using look like this. I did have some really beautiful ones which I actually wanted to use, but the other one is really tatty, so I'm not going to use this anymore. But this is the kind of lash that I'd really like to use. Very, very simple lash like that. Now you can see I've left them long. I have actually trimmed them a little bit because they were ridiculously long. But I've left them pretty long so that they fit around the eye further. Okay, these lashes are quite officially disgusting. I just added some vanilla pigment to my cheeks, cheekbones, blah blah blah. I'm now going to... what am I going to do now? I'm going to put something on my lip. Now, for this look, we have really intense eyes, and we're trying to play off the fact that the eyes are very big, so nude lip is a good idea. I'm kind of liking Naturally Eccentric. The only problem with this lipstick is it's so... the colour payoff is absolutely dire, because it's a... is it a cream sheen? No, it's a luster. Okay, I'm also going to add like a little few details. I want to take... if you don't have one of these glister pens by Illamasqua, they're really great at just like adding little flicks and details, and I'm enjoying doing this kind of thing recently. Oops. So like, okay, you need a steady hand, and this can be a bit tricky to do, but like maybe add some flicks. Do this before you put on your eyelashes. It's easier. It's really a lot harder to do this with eyelashes on because you can't see what you're bloody doing. No, that's far too steep. Oh my god, dire. Well, you have to draw 2 lines, won't you? Now those lines really add something very effective to the look. Even though you probably can't see them very well on camera, they really do add something very positive. This is another one of my favourite products. It's the Illuminator by Illamasqua. All of them are fantastic. I really want to get my hands on some of the other shades. But yeah, I just love using this. I'm going to draw a line through this eyebrow. These illuminators can be a little bit tricky to use because they don't always come out opaque, or at least the white one doesn't anyway. So you really have to use it very thickly, and then it's hard to get a good, nice, precise line. But yeah, you know, the good, nice, precise line doesn't matter too much. Cool. So something like that. Now I'm just going to take a bit of white in the inner corner. This is my, I think it's Odyssey Illuminator. I just want to now, last, final step is just to fix in here. Just make it nice and sharp and as symmetrical as you can. And this is the finished look. As you can see, it's quite doll-like, I suppose. It's using lots of pinks and reds, and I haven't really done a pinky, reddy, purpley kind of. No, actually, not really purple, but pinky, reddy kind of look. I've done blue and green, so you know. Here's a red and pinky one for you guys. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Stay tuned for more from me. Subscribe if you like this video and you're not already, of course. I shall see you later.